All right, guys, welcome back. And today we have another episode, and it's actually one of my own videos. Not me exactly. No, I didn't do an ad, but this is actually a video that I did yesterday, and I kind of overlooked something that I kind of wanted to talk about in more depth, and it was by the Mark Scheiken ad. So if you haven't seen the video, go check it out. But here's a little bit more of a breakdown that I just went through it. It's a finance niche, and I like doing finance niches because you can make it so event orientated, and you're about to find out what I'm talking about right now. Let's check this one out first. Yes, let's check it out.
In short, a massive and surprising new transition could soon
Wall Street
determine the
legend.
next group of millionaires,
I know this is
while
going.
leaving 99% of the public even worse off than before. Go ahead and ignore me, skip this ad, but I can promise you what's coming next to America could change everything.
My face
you
is
know
on the
about
left
making
corner of
money.
the screen.
If you own regular stocks, you're in for a big surprise. I spent 50 years on Wall Street, where I helped create the entire stock rating system. I've met everyone from Jim Cramer to Martha Stewart, but for the
Okay,
first
let's go
time
back.
ever, I'm posting the biggest prediction of
Biggest
my 50-year
prediction.
career.
All right, let's go back a little bit.
Worse off than before. Rising new transition could soon
Wall Street
determine
legend.
the next group of millionaires,
I know this is
while
going.
leaving 99% of the
This
public
new event,
worse
right?
off than before. Go ahead and ignore me, skip this ad, but I can promise you what's coming next to America could change everything you know about making money. If you own regular stocks, you're in for a big surprise. I spent 50 years on Wall Street, where I helped create the entire stock rating system. I've met everyone from Jim Cramer to Martha Stewart, but for the first time ever, I'm posting the biggest prediction of my 50-year career. Not for the Wall
Mark
Street
Scheiken.
elite, but for you, including the name of the #1 investment to buy right now. In short, if you
Oh,
want to
yeah.
be on the right side of the huge new shift I predict is coming to the market, you absolutely must consider buying
Ugh.
one particular type
Urgent.
of
It's very
investment
urgent.
now before it's too late. And no, it's not cryptocurrencies. To give you the full story, I just posted the full details online, along with exactly where you should put your money immediately. Click the link below
Perfect.
to learn more.
Perfect.
Free of charge.
Yeah, so check that out. So the reason why I wanted to go over that is because Mark Scheiken puts you into what I like to call detective mode. And what detective mode does is gets you to not think about what he's trying to pitch you, which is basically stocks, but try to get you thinking about this new event. See, a lot of people are used to people getting pitched by stocks and all that stuff, and it's cool, whatever. But they don't think of it when it's kind of a big event. This big event's going to happen. It's going to kill the economy, but only the rich are going to know it, and then they're going to stay rich, and that's why the rich stay richer, right? So in a way, he's telling you to not think about, like, hey, this is just an ordinary subscription service. You can get it from other people. You can get it from Profits Unlimited, and you can know my prediction, but this is my credibility. This is why I do this. But there is this one event. Maybe it's a merger with a company, or maybe it's a bill being signed. But this one event gets you to think about that one event. You're not really thinking about me. You're not really thinking about what the product I'm selling. You're thinking about the event. And a lot of companies actually do this too, with not just events, but also systems inside of their products. So they'll be talking about, like, how this system is revolutionary. The system is changing this way and making me fitter. This system's making me less anxious, right? And it's more about what's inside of the system, right? And things leading up to how you built the system. So let's say I built the system, and then it's like the story that talks about building that system. So I went to Thailand, and I noticed these villagers doing this certain kind of Muay Thai move, and I noticed that their obliques were just so hard, and so I added that I added what I saw in Thailand to my routine event. Plus, I was allowed to eat the normal amount of food that didn't have to cut out any carbs or any of that, and my obliques are looking great, so it's something like that. And I created that system just from watching Thai villager people doing kicks. And it's a certain type of kick. You're not going to find it anywhere else. You're not going to find it at you're not going to find it at an MMA gym. You could only specifically find it in Thailand. So it's like that kind of thing is like, oh, okay, so you could only really find it there, and it's in this system, and it might be just, a regular sidekick or whatever. But, marketers like to say that kind of stuff to ease it in and get you to get a nice buying state. And I think that's wonderful. But just to add on to this, I kind of want to go onto Profits Unlimited, right? And if you remember back in the day, we went over Profits Unlimited, and it's one of those commercials that we looked at. Look at me, I'm right here. Nice, 2 views. Let's go. But yeah, we looked at one of their shows, and he's just the prediction thing too.
Hello everybody, Wayne Voles here, Profits Unlimited.
So let's see if this guy
channel to
is
help business owners
good.
to become more successful and more profitable. I'm not your ordinary business consultant or business coach. Why is that, you might ask? I started my own business in 1979.
Right.
Since that time, we've grown that company into
I think this is different Profits Unlimited. Okay. But yeah, basically, I want to look at some of these ads over here. Sorry that it's taken so a while. I should have had this prepared, but I didn't know I wanted to go look at this guy's Paul Mampilli. Yeah.
Legendary investor Paul Mampilli left Wall Street to start a new venture. Paul has announced a personal goal to create 1,000 new millionaires out of ordinary men and women. Paul's investment insights have produced hundreds of millions of dollars in new wealth.
Okay.
Teachers, firefighters.
You know what? Pause this right now. That's just a nice little introduction. It's not really an ad, but I wanted to show. See what I go through, guys? Do you see what I go through to find this? But I usually do it all before, so it could all be nice setup and whatever. But now I just want to show you the greatest scam in history. And I just want you to look at the beginning of it. Yes, I just want you to watch the beginning of it and see how it kind of makes you
are about to learn one of the biggest secrets in the history.
It kind of makes you
world.
think of this kind of
It's a
marketing,
secret
right? To get
It has huge effects.
that
for
gets you to keep
everyone
watching
who lives on
and
this
makes
planet.
you kind of clutch at your purse, right? That's why I
Most
love
people
finances.
Can feel deep down that something isn't quite right with the world economy, but few know what it is.
Yeah, so
Gone are the days where a family can
I'm all
survive
excited.
on just one paycheck. Every day it seems things are more and more out of control, yet only 1 in a million understand why. You are about to discover the system that is ultimately responsible for most of the inequality in our world today.
the system.
The powers that be do not want you to know about this, as this system is what has kept them at the top of the financial food chain for the last 100 years. Learning this will change your life because it'll change the choices that you make. If enough people learn it, it'll change the world because it'll change the system. For this is the biggest hidden secret of money. Never in human history have so many been plundered by so few, and it's all accomplished through this, the biggest scam in the history of mankind.
Yeah, so it's kind of cool. Yeah, it's just a cool intro that gets you sucked in.
They say that
What
money
is it?
doesn't grow on
You know?
trees. But the truth is that the modern banking system creates currency far faster than trees can grow. Most people don't have a clue how currency is created. Economists and bankers make it sound so complex that people think they can't understand it. But I'm going to strip our monetary system down to its essence so that you can see the scam behind the curtain and just how it affects you. Every modern society creates currency in pretty much the same way. But since the US dollar is the majority of the world's currency, I'm going to use the United States as our example. It all starts when some politician says, "Vote for me and I'll make sure the government provides you more free stuff than my opponent."
There's your event. There's your
There's no
event that I'm
such thing
talking
as a-
about. So a politician said this, and then he's going to pass this bill. You know what that's going to lead to? That's going to lead to inflation and poverty and increased this. But if you know, you know what I mean? And then if you know how to, get in there, you know how to reverse that role, you could learn money, the secret of money fast, right? And it's already there. You're not thinking like, oh, so this stock, so my services, and I've done this for Wall Street. I'm a stockbroker, and I've gotten people rich. You're thinking. Then they're like, okay, I've heard that before, right? But when you're thinking of, look, Okay, El Salvador is doing something huge, right? They're merging. They're merging with a liquid oil, something like that, and then you go from there. But yeah.
Free lunch. So to provide that supposedly free stuff, the politicians vote for the country to spend more than its income. This is called deficit spending. To pay for that deficit spending, the Treasury borrows currency by issuing a bond. So what's a bond? If you think about it, a bond is really...
Right, so yeah, he basically gets you, first 15 minutes, he's telling you what the politicians are doing behind the scenes, and then how they're getting America more into debt, and how America is now paying for the problems of our economy, and we're having to raise taxes and all that stuff. And then he gets into I forget what he gets to at the end, but yeah, basically that's just the format of a really good ad. It just gets you excited, it gets you curious, and it gets you kind of clutching your purse, or gets you like, okay, I gotta watch more. Maybe I'll become more intelligent here, and then fix my problems. I'll solve all my problems. I'll solve all of my debt, all my bills, and all this stuff, because I need to know whose money is in my hands. So it's more like a two. It's like confirming your suspicions. Oh, I knew it. I knew I was on the wrong side of the stick. I knew they didn't care. So yeah, go check out this video. I might do just a 30-minute. We'll go break down this whole thing, and we'll see what's going on at the end, because I forgot what happened at the end. I think I fell asleep around here. Anyways, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. And if you like this, please give me a like, give me a subscribe, and just have a great day. All right, peace.